Traversing the Silk Road, uncovering the secrets of ancient trade paths. The Silk Road, a historically transformative network of trade routes, originated during the Han Dynasty. It connected the East and the West, facilitating not only trade, but also the exchange of culture, technology, and ideas, profoundly impacting the course of history. Spanning thousands of miles, the Silk Road's geography was vast, reaching from the heart of China across the Middle East to the Mediterranean. Its routes traversed harsh deserts, steep mountains, and expansive steppes, linking multiple civilizations. Trade on the Silk Road began under the Han Dynasty, driven by the Chinese demand for Central Asian horses and the Western thirst for Chinese silk. This mutual need sparked a commercial exchange that would flourish for centuries. The goods traded on the Silk Road were diverse, ranging from luxurious silks and spices to precious metals and gems. Such variety not only enriched local economies, but also introduced new commodities and materials to distant lands. Cultural exchange was a cornerstone of the Silk Road's legacy. As traders and travelers moved from one city to another, they carried with them ideas, religious beliefs, scientific knowledge, and artistic traditions, shaping the cultures and societies along the routes. Samarkand and Bukhara stood as central hubs along the Silk Road, vibrant with trade and culture. Their bustling markets and caravanserai attracted merchants from across Asia, turning them into melting pots of languages, customs, and traditions. The life of Silk Road traders revolved around the logistics managed by caravans. These groups navigated harsh terrains and weather, fostering a sense of community among diverse traders who relied on each other for survival and success in their long journeys. Architectural influences spread along the Silk Road, with each region contributing its own style. From the intricate Islamic architecture of Central Asia to the sturdy fortresses of China, the route was dotted with structures that reflected a blend of artistic expressions. Religious beliefs traveled along the Silk Road just as goods did, with Buddhism, Islam, and Christianity finding new adherents in distant lands. Monasteries, mosques, and churches sprang up in major cities, serving as both spiritual centers and resting places for travelers. Art and sculpture flourished under the influence of interconnected cultures along the Silk Road. Artisans incorporated diverse techniques and motifs, leading to unique styles that reflected a synthesis of Eastern and Western artistic traditions, enriching local aesthetics. The Silk Road reached its zenith during the Tang Dynasty, thriving as a bustling network of trade routes. This era saw unprecedented cultural and economic prosperity, facilitating richer exchanges between the East and West and enhancing mutual understanding and respect among diverse cultures. However, the Silk Road began to decline due to several factors, including the rise of maritime trade routes that offered safer, faster, and more economical alternatives. Additionally, repeated invasions and political instability disrupted overland trade, leading to the gradual abandonment of the Silk Road. The introduction of maritime silk routes marked a significant shift in global trade dynamics. These sea paths connected traders directly to new markets in Southeast Asia, the Indian subcontinent, and beyond, reducing reliance on the traditional overland routes. Famous travelers like Marco Polo ventured along the Silk Road, returning with tales that captivated the imaginations of Europeans. Their stories highlighted the rich potential for trade and cultural exchange, sparking increased interest and subsequent explorations. The Silk Road was not only a conduit for commerce, but also a battleground. Various empires and tribes fought to control this lucrative network, leading to periods of conflict that shaped the political landscape of Asia and influenced the security of trade routes. Rediscovery of the Silk Road in modern times has sparked significant archaeological interest. Excavations along these ancient routes have unearthed artifacts that offer insights into the cultural and economic exchanges that once flourished across continents, helping historians piece together past civilizations. Today, the Silk Road's legacy continues to influence global trade networks, echoing its historical role as a bridge between the East and the West. Efforts to revive these routes, such as China's Belt and Road Initiative, highlight its lasting impact on international trade and diplomacy. Technological advancements were also a byproduct of Silk Road interactions. Innovations in navigation, cartography, and currency systems were exchanged along with goods, fostering a cradle of technological growth that benefited societies across the globe. The governance of the Silk Road involved a complex network of legal and political systems. Different empires implemented unique strategies to control and benefit from the trade, establishing laws that regulated commerce and ensured safety along these vast trading routes. Environmental impacts of the Silk Road were profound, ranging from the spread of agricultural products to the transmission of diseases. These ecological exchanges altered landscapes and populations, leaving a lasting mark on the natural world and human societies alike. The environmental impact of the Silk Road was substantial, fostering not only the exchange of goods, but also of flora and fauna across continents. This early form of globalization had ecological consequences, as non-native species were introduced, sometimes disrupting local ecosystems. Today, the legacy of the Silk Road offers valuable lessons for contemporary global trade, emphasizing sustainability and the importance of balancing economic growth with ecological preservation. As we forge new trade routes, the historical Silk Road underscores the need to consider long-term environmental impacts.